Hey, you lovely people, this is the Crazy Cracker, Albanakers. Come on back at ya. So, we said in the last episode that we were going to have a look at trains. So today we're going to look at the basic of train making. That's got to do with the tracks, making the brass casings, and then making the actual train casings. So, without further ado, oh yeah, we got ourselves a Halo tree. Thank you to the lovely wandering trader. So anyway, let's head out. As obviously this is new, I just built this. It hasn't been finished. Obviously I need to decorate it and what have you, and also finish off the decorations of the sheep farm. But for the moment, you know, that'll be for a future project. So first things first, the most easiest thing to make, for me anyway, is the trains. So we need a half slab. Now we can either use zinc or we can use iron nuggets. For me, it's easier to find zinc in the world at the beginning of the game than it is iron. I'm still actually looking for iron at the moment. So we put a half slab, it goes underneath the deployer, and the deployer puts the zinc onto it. Then it goes to another deployer, and then it puts another zinc nugget onto it, and then finally it gets compressed by the mechanical compressor, and then it makes this train track. So at the moment here in my setup that I have here, for example, I have this set up for numerous different applications. For one of them obviously is making the train tracks. So we're just going to put the rest of those there. So 9 stacks there and 9 stacks in this one here. So let's finish this off. So now we have 9 stacks of each in each of those that go down into these deployers. At the moment I have the whole system turned off, and then in this barrel we have 9 stacks of stone slabs. So just turn the system on. Right now I have the actual deployers turned off, so nothing's happening. As soon as I turn these two will be turned on when I turn off the switch. So there you go. Boom. And that is how you make train tracks. So obviously this filter will not allow train tracks out. It will allow any other thing out, but train tracks, no. This filter will only allow train tracks to come out. So they come out into this chest, and that's it. That's your train track. It's the easiest part that you can make. So next, to make the train casings, we actually need to first make brass casings. So to make brass casings, we're going to need a brass ingot and a stripped log. So for my system over here, as you can see, I have a chest here with a funnel coming out onto a belt, and then it's run over this mechanical saw, and then it's stripped of its log, its bark, and then it just comes in. So as you can see, the blade goes in the opposite direction of the logs. So it needs to be going to the right while the log is going to the left, or vice versa. So then when you have these logs, then obviously we come back over to this unit over here, and we can put it in the barrel, turn these off, turn this one on, and then in this one we'll have the brass ingots. Now how do we make brass ingots? Well, very easily actually. You just need copper and zinc. So we come over to this here. I have a barrel set up. So well, I'll just show you here how it works. So this barrel will just drop down and feed into here. So for the moment it's feeding in the copper. When it finishes with the 64 copper, it will put in the zinc. So when that finishes loading up, then what we have to do is we have to turn on the blaze burner. Okay, Now, making blaze burners. You need a netherrack and 4 iron sheets. So, how do you make iron sheets? You just put it underneath a mechanical press, the iron, and it will do it. So, we have just here, just to show you, we'll put it into the here. So now, it's just making the iron sheets. So here. So when you have enough, then all you need to do is just take this over to a workbench and you can make your blaze burner. Then the tricky part, you need to go into the nether, go to a nether fortress and capture blazes inside this blaze burner. That I'll leave to you to do. So once we have the blaze burner, we plonk it down here, and as you can see, this is fully loaded up. So let's feed our blaze burner. For this, it's easy to fill with charcoal. So I don't need to put in this much, but I just want to show you something. After you reach 8 minutes and 19 seconds, it won't let you put in any more, and it will just count down. So you're just wasting your charcoal. Be careful with that. So now this will just mix it with the blaze burner on, and then the brass will be made. So as you can see, we have the brass made. So then once you have this brass casing, then you need to be able to make this train casing. So let's type it in here so I can show you. Train casing. Boom. So in the train casing, you need a brass casing and a sturdy sheet. So how the heck do we make a sturdy sheet? Well, to make a sturdy sheet, first you need these crushing wheels. To make the crushing wheels, you need a mechanical crafter. So let's just grab some obsidian. So we'll just take 5 obsidian, and we'll crush it in those wheels. And when it gets crushed, you have a chance of getting your obsidian given back to you. So that's a really good plus factor. So here it comes now. Plump, plump, plump. There we go. We still need another one. I ordered 5. We only got 2. There we go. So here it is coming down. Plump, plump, plump. 5. Okay. So to get that, we just come over here, put it into our crushing wheels, and as you can see, there we go. So we got 5 powder, but we got 4 obsidian back. So you can just recycle that. That's really handy. That's something I'll have to do eventually. I'm going to have to set up the system to properly recycle any obsidian that is left over, so I don't have to keep pulling it out. There you go. We got 4 obsidian back again, and we went up to 9. So that's really good, considering how long it takes to mine obsidian. It's just ridiculous. Okay, we've lost 1. So anyway, once you have the obsidian, you have to come over to a fluid container, and you need to plonk them down here. So the fluid container will just fill up. So let's turn that off so just this stays full. We'll take here, we have some obsidian powder. I'm going to plonk it there. So as you can see, when you put the obsidian powder and you put lava on it, you get an unprocessed obsidian sheet. Okay, now obviously I don't have the space for all of this stuff, so let's just take this toolbox. Okay, there we go. Now this might look like 1, but it's actually 4. 4. Okay. No, I don't think, yeah, won't fit any more in now after this one. So we're just going to take this. So that's how you make the the first part of the sturdy sheet. So then you need to come over to a press, you know, preferably here, and let's just show you here. So took two hits and it got turned into a sturdy sheet. So obviously we're just going to dump all those there. Now they are obviously it's a long process to make them all. Well, you know, once you have them, then that's the great part. Then you just make yourself your sturdy sheets. So once you have your sturdy sheet, and once you have your brass casing, so let's see. So I think I have one here. Yeah. So we have a brass casing. So once you have that, okay, and then you have your sturdy sheet, which I need to go over and get. So let's just grab some of those. So once you have that, let's see. Train casing. Ah, yeah, you needed the bloody manual application. So you have to put it on either manually or using the deployers. So let's see, can I grab you, put you down there, and then boom, there you go, your train casing. So now we have a train casing. These beautiful things are what you use to make a bogie. So let's just run down to King's Cross station underneath. So I'll explain it in another episode, but I was looking for a way of suspending my building from the mountains around it, but it didn't work out. I thought it looked stupid, so I decided to build this all the way down. We come over to this train track. So where you have this, so I need to create a new train. Okay, and now you see it goes blue. So with the train casing, just click on that blue area and you get your first bogie. And then the track behind you goes blue, so now you can put on more bogies. So that is how you actually start making your train. So you want to be very careful actually, with the first train. Just experiment with it, have a look at how it works. So let's just have a quick look at the train outside. So as you can see, I've got a bogie here, and then I have a block on one side, and then on the other side I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks to the bogie, and then another block, 2 blocks behind it. So then when I build everything, just as soon as you build everything, well then what you're going to need to do actually is, so I can't interact in this view, so I need to go back out. So once you have everything built, what you need to do is actually come to the bottom, the lowest part of your build, and then you need to place a block on it. So I can't interact with it because it's an actual train. But on the bogie, for example, so let's just say, just for giggles, okay, this is my train. Just 1 second and I get rid of that. Okay, now this is for, obviously I'm not going to build a train like this. Okay, so now we have a really ugly little train. Oh man, this is horrible looking. But the whole point of it actually is just for you to see. So there we go. Boom. Okay, so there's my ugly little train. Anyway, so now that it's built, let's go up to the base. We're going to need to get glue and glue. For the train, obviously you need the bogie, so you make from the train casing, and then you need your train controls, so this thing. So for that you need a train casing, a lever, and a precision mechanism. Now that's why I have this system set up the way I have, because this, with the 3 deployers, that will allow me to make the precision mechanism, because we need to deploy a golden sheet, and then with a small cog, large cog, and then an iron nugget. Now that needs to go around 5 times, and then you get your precision mechanism. So there's an 80% chance of getting it. There is a 20% chance of failure. So once you get the train controls, you plunk down your train controls, and you also need... Where are you? My seats. Where the blooming hell are the seats? Nope. There. So, I'll just grab one of these. So, obviously, I don't have a train control, but I'm going to make one. So, let's just make one. Precision mechanism, train casing. So I have the train casing, I have a lever, and I should have a precision mechanism. Okay, just wait a few seconds for that to come. Throw those in there. We don't need those. We don't need those. We definitely don't need you, but we'll get rid of you. Okay. And where are you? There. That. Huh? Come on, where are you? Ah, here. Okay, so then we just go and make the train casing. There we go, the train controls. Okay, so let's head downstairs. No, train station. Okay, King's Cross Station. Coming up. Here we are at King's Cross. Okay. So, obviously, to be able to get in, I need some kind of ladder. So, for the moment, we're just going to plonk down the train controls there. There's a seat there. If you don't put the seat in, you will fall out. So, now, here is the problem. So, once you have all this set up, you need to glue it together. So, there to there. Now, obviously, when you have it like this, this little bit here, you need to put a block to be able to get to it. And a block up there, so you'll be able to glue it all together and keep it in. Because it's easier doing it that way than it is doing it bit by bit. So then I just go assemble train, and it says yay. We're just gonna call this the Dinky Donk Express. Okay, so this is the Dinky Donk Express. So I can't get in, I need to put my ladder on, but for the moment. So there you go, we have the Dinky Donk Express. Choo choo. Anyway, that's how you make trains. I know it was kind of a bit fast and furious, but now you can see I'm coming into the King's Cross station. So all I need to do is just press the space bar, and it will bring the train into the station slowly, and then stop it. Then you just press the shift and then the F5 key 2 times to change it back to the normal view. And that is how you make a train. Obviously, you want to make it look more beautiful, like something like this over here. But you know, you need a lot of time and patience. So obviously here we have a lot more different things. We have the crushing wheels, pipes, the girders, and we have these pressure valves. You know, there's lots of different things, and in here we have the seats, different colors. We have actual panels. So I mean, it's all a question about just practice, okay? But anyway, and you can also put in like a little pipe. For example, this smoke coming out here is not from the actual pipe, it's from a fire that's underneath. You can see it there. So anyway, guys, that is how you make your first train. Just don't make it as ugly as mine, please. So anyway, that's been everything from the Crazy Cracker. Catch you in another episode. Take it easy. Bye.